Well, hi guys and dolls. Thanks for joining me today. It's Michelle from Michelle's Manis. I'm just going to let you watch me do this set while I talk to you a little bit about autism spectrum disorder. I don't claim to be an expert. I don't have anyone close to me, thankfully, who has ASD. I just wanted to spread a little bit of awareness about it. I just wrote down a few facts that I'm going to read. It is a developmental disorder, and it affects 1 in 54 children in the U.S. Boys are 4 times more likely to be diagnosed with it than girls. It does not discriminate between religion, color of your skin, your socioeconomic background. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what your belief system is. Autism spectrum disorder can affect you. It can affect anybody. Minority groups are often diagnosed later and less often, but it still affects everybody. There's no medical detection for it. It's a behavioral disorder. There are, however, a multitude of medical and mental health conditions that can be associated with ASD. And that's ADHD, depression, gastrointestinal disorders, epilepsy, schizophrenia, chronic sleep problems, obesity. The list goes on and on. The good news is that with early detection and specialized individualized support services, people with ASD can improve. It isn't a degenerative disorder. And another little thing to note is that, they might be highly artistic, highly creative. I don't know why that is. They don't know why that is. There have been studies, but, it's very difficult to determine why. Because it's a developmental disorder. It's not... it can't, there's no medical detection. There's nothing that happens in your body to say, hey, this person's autistic or has ASD. They don't say autistic anymore, but ASD. So it's very hard for them to determine why. It does look like genetics play a part. For example, if you have twins, there's a huge chance that your twin will have ASD if you've been diagnosed with ASD like that. So now I'm just going to talk to you about the set. I've said most of what I wanted to say. There's a ton of information out there about autism spectrum disorder, a ton of information. Just Google it and you can find loads and loads and loads of information on the subject. And if you have someone in your family or in your social circle even who does suffer from this disorder, I highly suggest you educate yourself, because education is power. If you want to help, education is the key. So, jigsaw pieces are going down the center of the pinky. Jigsaw pieces, bright neon colors, they're all part of the color scheme and the symbols for autism spectrum disorder. So that's what I'm going with today. I have the jigsaw pieces. I have, courtesy of Trey. Y'all know who she is. I have the ribbons that you can see in the little tray on my right hand side, on the upper right hand side. Those are also courtesy of Trey. And so is one of the gems that I'm using. What I put on the nails is Peach Sorbet. It's an acrylic from CJP. I only showed you the one nail because they're all exactly the same. I wanted a plain background for all this colorful stuff I'm putting on the nails. I wanted that to stand out as opposed to the background standing out. So, yeah. Those hearts and dots, they're metal, by the way. Metal hearts and dots, neon. They came from Charlie's Nail Art. Oh, they're so cute. I thought they were perfect for this. Yeah, I'm a little indecisive. A little indecisive. I did do one set already and I tossed it. I wasn't happy with them at all. These I'm not cracked up about, but I didn't think it was going to get much better, and I really did want to do a set for autism awareness. I think it's important. I know in Canada, there were support payments as well as support services for parents of children with ASD as well as adults. That water decal came from Shemodern, and they reduced them significantly. It was a huge thing here last year. There were rallies and everything, because a lot of these parents, it can be an expensive ordeal. It can cost up to $60,000 a year to have all these supports in place for your child, or if you're an adult living with ASD. So they decreased the amount of support services that were available, and they also decreased the payments that they were making. Didn't matter how much money you were making as a family. I mean, if you were poor or if you were rich, you were basically getting the same. That seems a little bit ridiculous to me. I understand. Rich people have rights too, I guess. But if you're poor and you have a child or a young adult or even an elderly adult with you that has ASD, you absolutely need more support than someone who has the funds to make it happen. Someone who has the funds to have personal one-on-one care all the time. So anyway, I digress. The pointer. This, I tried to do a marble heart with some neon colors from Aimeili. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not really mad at it, but it's not great. It could have been better. Maybe I could have made it bigger, or just, I don't know. But it's okay. It looks kind of like a heart. I'm telling you, you might think this set's not great, but the one I did before this was so bad. It was so bad. I just couldn't. I couldn't in good conscience upload it. It was so bad. And I wanted you to hear about autism spectrum disorder. I didn't want you to say, my God, I can't watch that and not hear anything, right? In hindsight, I could have encapsulated the jigsaw pieces and the ribbons with clear acrylic, but silly me, I capped and filed and buffed before I put all those things on. So then I encapsulated with gel afterwards. I'm just outlining the heart here. How shaky. Oh my goodness. And what you see on my fingers is Be Ready from CJP gel polish. I'm doing this video, doing the voiceover about a week after I did the set. And I am home today because I work in a windows and doors factory, and our glass supplier is out of the US. I'm in Canada, and they have had to shut down an entire shift. They usually have 3 shifts running. They had to shut down an entire shift due to an outbreak. So they sent us home early because we have nothing to work with. Sent us home early, and we have no work again tomorrow, which I'm so sorry that these people are having to deal with that. It's a terrible, terrible thing. But it is nice being home, especially because yesterday I had a wicked migraine. Wicked migraine. And if you suffer from migraines, you know it doesn't go away when the headache is gone. Your body still feels the effects for a while afterwards. So I got to be home today and tomorrow, and we will see what Thursday brings. We have to wait for an email. Yeah. So that's it. Now it's just, no, I do encapsulate. I encapsulate. I'm sorry, this video is kind of long. So when you're putting down gel, whether it's hard gel or soft gel, and by the way, the only difference in hard and soft is hard is not porous. You can't soak it off. Soft gel is porous. It has nothing to do with how flexible it is or anything like that. It just means hard gel, you can't soak it off. Soft gel, you can soak it off. So always put down a slip layer or a wetting layer, wetting, before you put down your gel. And then I file buff top coat, and that will be the end of that. And it's absolutely okay to go over acrylic with gel if you wish. Just make sure your acrylic isn't super glassy smooth, because it still needs something to stick to. Your gel needs something to stick to on acrylic, same as it does if you put it directly on your nails. So make it a slightly rough surface. Add base coat if you want, add primer if you want, doesn't really matter. But these two will bond together nicely, and you won't mess with the structure of the nail. So that will be it. I will do that one. I'm not sure if I do the middle finger on camera or not. At any rate, I'm going to bow out now and say ciao for now and catch you all in the next one, hopefully. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and do look up autism spectrum disorder. Please educate yourselves. You all have a nice day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.